My beloved child, there are moments in your life that seem ordinary and insignificant, yet they carry a purpose far greater than anything you can currently understand. You often look at your days as though they are simply passing one after another without meaning, without direction, and without purpose. But I want you to know that every moment of your life rests within my hands. Nothing is random. Nothing is forgotten. Nothing escapes my attention. Before you were born, I knew every step you would take. Before you spoke your first word, I knew every prayer that would one day rise from your heart. Before you faced your first disappointment, I had already prepared grace that would sustain you through every season. My child, you do not walk through life alone. Even in the moments when you feel abandoned, even in the moments when silence surrounds you, even in the moments when your heart grows weary, I remain with you. I have never left your side, and I never will. There are burdens you carry that no one else can see. There are questions hidden within your heart that you rarely speak aloud. There are fears that visit you in the quiet hours and worries that follow you through the day. Yet none of these things are hidden from me. I know every thought before it forms. I understand every tear before it falls. I hear every cry even when no sound leaves your lips. You may wonder whether your prayers have been heard. You may wonder whether the dreams you once carried still matter. You may wonder whether the promises you believed for have faded into the distance. But my child, listen carefully. I do not forget. What I begin, I complete. What I promise, I fulfill. What I plant, I bring to harvest. Though you may not see movement, though you may not understand the process, I am still working. Beneath the surface of your circumstances, I am arranging things in ways your eyes cannot yet perceive. The seed beneath the soil appears forgotten, yet it is growing. The dawn seems delayed during the darkest hour, yet it still arrives. The answer may seem distant, but it is moving closer than you realize. Do not measure my faithfulness by what you currently see. Measure it by who I am. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My love does not change. My mercy does not fail. My promises do not expire. My child, there are seasons when waiting feels difficult. There are times when you grow tired of hoping. You have prayed and waited. You have believed and trusted. Yet the answer has not arrived in the way you expected. During those moments, it becomes easy to assume that nothing is happening. But waiting is never wasted when it is placed in my hands. The waiting season is often the place where I perform my deepest work. While you focus on the outcome, I focus on your heart. While you seek immediate answers, I prepare lasting transformation. While you desire quick solutions, I build eternal strength within you. If I gave you everything the moment you requested it, you might not be prepared to carry the blessing. What seems like delay is often protection. What feels like silence is often preparation. What appears closed may simply be waiting for the appointed time. My child, trust my timing. I see the entire journey while you only see a small portion of the road. I know what lies ahead. I know what needs to happen before certain doors can open. I know what lessons must be learned and what strength must be developed. Therefore, do not lose heart. Continue walking with me. Continue trusting me. Continue believing even when circumstances seem unchanged. Remember Joseph. There were years when his dreams appeared impossible. Everything seemed to move in the opposite direction of the promise. Yet every difficult season was preparing him for the place I had already appointed. The pit was not the end. The prison was not the end. The waiting was not the end. It was all preparation. The same is true for you. What you call delay, I may call preparation. What you call disappointment, I may use as redirection. What you call failure, I may transform into wisdom. Nothing placed within my hands is wasted. Every tear, every struggle, every moment of faith becomes part of a greater story. My beloved child, I know there have been moments when you questioned your value. You compared yourself to others and wondered whether you were enough. You looked at your weaknesses and became discouraged. You focused on your mistakes and allowed shame to speak louder than truth. But listen carefully. Your worth does not come from the opinions of people. Your value does not come from success or achievement. Your identity does not come from failure. You are valuable because I created you. You are loved because my love is unconditional. You are chosen because I called you by name. You are not an accident. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are deeply known and deeply loved. Even when others fail to recognize your worth, I see you clearly. Even when you struggle to believe in yourself, I continue believing in the purpose I placed within you. Therefore, do not allow fear to define your future. Do not allow past wounds to determine your destiny. Do not allow temporary circumstances to convince you that your story is over. The story is still unfolding. The journey is still continuing. The work I began within you is still progressing. Keep your eyes on me and not on your limitations. Keep your focus on my promises and not on your fears. Walk forward one step at a time knowing that I am guiding you. Even when the road seems uncertain, I am leading you. Even when the path appears hidden, I am making a way. Even when darkness surrounds you, my light remains present. My beloved child, the greatest transformations often begin quietly. They do not always arrive with dramatic signs or sudden changes. Sometimes they begin within the hidden places of your heart. They begin when you choose faith instead of fear. They begin when you choose trust instead of anxiety. They begin when you surrender what you cannot control and place it within my hands. This is where peace begins. This is where healing begins. This is where restoration begins. Continue to seek me and you will discover that I have been nearer than you realized all along. Continue to trust me and you will discover that every step has purpose. Continue to walk with me and you will discover that even the difficult seasons were preparing you for something greater than you imagined. My child, the future before you is not empty. My grace is already there. My love is already there. My provision is already there. My presence is already there. Therefore rest your heart and walk forward in peace, knowing that I am with you and I will never leave you. My beloved child, there are places within your heart that you rarely allow anyone to see. There are memories you carry quietly, wounds you hide behind smiles, and questions that remain unanswered deep within your soul. I know every one of them. Nothing about you is hidden from me. I see the struggles that others overlook. I see the battles you fight in silence. I see the moments when you feel strong and the moments when you feel like giving up. Through it all, my eyes remain upon you. My child, there are times when you wonder if you have enough strength to continue. The road has been long and the weight has been heavy. You have faced disappointments that left scars upon your heart. You have experienced losses that changed you. You have watched doors close and opportunities disappear. At times it seemed as though everything was moving against you. Yet even in those moments I was working. Even when you could not see my hand, I was guiding your steps. Even when you felt alone, I was standing beside you. My child, do not mistake silence for absence. Do not mistake waiting for abandonment. Do not mistake delay for rejection. There are things I am accomplishing behind the scenes that you cannot yet understand. Just as a builder lays a foundation before raising the walls, I am establishing things within your life before revealing what is coming next. The foundation may seem invisible, but it is essential. The preparation may feel slow, but it is necessary. What I build lasts because it is established upon wisdom and purpose. There are dreams you once carried that now seem distant. There were prayers you offered with great faith, yet the answers did not arrive in the way you expected. Over time, disappointment tried to convince you that those dreams were gone forever. But my child, what appears lost to you is never lost to me. I remember every promise. I remember every prayer. I remember every hope you entrusted into my care. Nothing placed in my hands disappears. Some things are being prepared. Some things are being refined. Some things are simply waiting for the fullness of time. Do not allow discouragement to steal your expectation. Do not allow fear to bury your faith. The story is not finished. There are chapters you have not yet seen. There are blessings you have not yet imagined. There are opportunities I am preparing that will arrive at the proper moment. My child, one of the greatest struggles you face is the desire to understand everything before moving forward. You want certainty. You want complete answers. You want to see the entire path before taking the next step. Yet faith often requires something different. Faith asks you to trust me one step at a time. Faith asks you to move forward even when the destination remains unseen. Faith asks you to believe that I am good even when circumstances seem confusing. Remember Abraham. He left familiar surroundings without knowing every detail of where he was going. He trusted my voice more than his understanding. Because of that trust, he stepped into promises greater than he could have imagined. The same invitation stands before you. You do not need every answer today. You do not need complete understanding. You only need the willingness to trust that I am leading you. My child, there are moments when comparison becomes a trap. You look at the lives of others and wonder why their journey seems easier. You question why certain blessings appear to arrive quickly for them while your own path feels slower. But you are not called to live someone else's story. You are not called to carry someone else's assignment. I created you uniquely. I formed you intentionally. I placed gifts within you that belong to your purpose. Therefore, stop measuring your progress against the lives of others. Stop allowing comparison to rob you of gratitude. What I am doing in your life is different because your calling is different. Trust the path I have designed specifically for you. My beloved child, there are also moments when fear tries to convince you that you are not capable. Fear whispers that you are too weak. Fear tells you that you have failed too many times. Fear reminds you of your mistakes and magnifies your limitations. But fear does not speak truth. I do not define you by your failures. I do not measure you by your weaknesses. I see who you are becoming. I see the strength that is growing within you. I see the courage that develops each time you choose to keep moving forward. Do not allow fear to become your guide. Let faith lead you. Let hope strengthen you. Let my promises remind you that nothing is impossible when your life rests within my hands. My child, there are blessings that come through open doors, and there are blessings that come through closed doors. Sometimes the things you celebrate immediately reveal their value. Other times the things that seem disappointing become some of the greatest gifts you will ever receive. There are doors I close because they would lead you away from what is best. There are opportunities I remove because they are not aligned with your purpose. There are relationships I separate because they cannot go where I am taking you. Trust me even when you do not understand. Trust me when a door closes. Trust me when plans change. Trust me when life unfolds differently than expected. My wisdom extends beyond what you can currently see. My child, peace does not come from controlling every circumstance. Peace comes from trusting the one who holds every circumstance. You spend so much energy worrying about tomorrow. You replay conversations. You imagine problems that have not happened. You carry burdens that do not belong to you. Yet I am inviting you to release those burdens. Bring them to me. Place them in my hands. You were never created to carry the weight of the world upon your shoulders. You were created to walk with me. When you trust me, your heart becomes lighter. When you surrender, your worries' peace begins to grow. When you rest in my presence, strength is renewed. My beloved child, never forget that I am closer than your next breath. I am present in every season. I am present in every victory and every struggle. I am present during the joyful moments and the painful ones. There is nowhere you can go where my love cannot reach you. There is no darkness deep enough to separate you from my presence. There is no mistake powerful enough to cancel my mercy. Continue moving forward. Continue believing. Continue trusting. The future remains filled with purpose. The journey remains guided by my hand. The story remains unfinished. And the best chapters are still ahead of you because I am walking beside you every step of the way. My beloved child, there is something I want you to understand deep within your heart. Your life is not a collection of random moments. Your journey is not moving without direction. Every step you have taken, every tear you have shed, every prayer you have whispered, and every battle you have endured has been seen by me. There were times when you believed no one understood what you were carrying. There were moments when the weight felt too heavy and the road felt too long. You smiled in front of others while quietly fighting battles within. You kept moving forward even when your heart was tired. You continued believing even when doubt tried to surround you. My child, I saw every one of those moments, and I was with you through them all. There are seasons when life seems uncertain and the future appears hidden behind a curtain you cannot pull aside. You want answers. You want clarity. You want to know exactly what comes next. Yet sometimes I allow you to walk by faith because faith strengthens what comfort never can. Faith teaches you to trust beyond what your eyes can see. Faith teaches you to lean upon me rather than your own understanding. Faith creates a deeper relationship between us because it invites you to depend upon my wisdom instead of your own limited perspective. My child, there are blessings coming into your life that you cannot yet imagine. Some are already moving toward you even now. Some are being prepared in ways you cannot currently recognize. Do not assume that because you cannot see movement, nothing is happening. Much of what I do begins beneath the surface. Just as roots grow before fruit appears, I often work within hidden places before revealing visible results. Trust the process. Trust my timing. Trust my wisdom. What I am preparing for you is worth the wait. There are people you have not yet met who will encourage you. There are opportunities you have